those of us that have worked in customer service, myself included, we have all run into that customer. And by that, I very obviously mean that you have that one customer that just rips you a new one for absolutely no reason. Maybe they do have a reason in their mind, but sometimes it just seems like they're just trying to take frustration out on you. Now, regardless of what they're upset about or whether or not you're actually even responsible for what they're upset about, dealing with these people can essentially ruin your day, or it can be the high point of your day based off of how you react to the situation. Now, there are some very simple tactics you can use against these people to diffuse the situation as well as creating a better outcome for yourself and the customer. When dealing with an angry customer, the steps you need to take are you need to find the source of the problem, which is usually the easiest part. You need to create a simple solution, and by that, we'll go through all the simple solutions that you can come up with, as well as offer some terms for the customer to kind of mend the broken bond between customer and business so that the customer does not have a negative outlook on whatever business they are having an issue with. So first, you'll want to find the source of the problem. Now, this is as easy as asking them what happened. A lot of the times, guests or customers alike will flat out tell you what happened, regardless if their story is 100% factual or not, is not up for you to decide. If you know for a fact they're lying, you absolutely can present them with facts. However, if you are not a part of the situation, if you have no idea what actually happened during the situation, it's best to just go off of what they're saying. So at a restaurant, that could be something like really disgusting food that they were served. At a store, it could be something that they purchased that when they got home was shattered into a million pieces. Or at a hotel or a spa, like, it could have been simply poor reception service. So there's a lot of different things that can go wrong based off of whatever situation or environment that the poor interaction took place. But the easiest way to find the source of the problem is to simply ask what happened. Now, once you have found the source of the problem, you can begin to mend that issue. Again, the fix will depend on whatever environment you're in. Myself, I work at a spa, so a lot of the time we have guests that are just unhappy or unsatisfied with whatever service they're getting. So generally, what we'll do is we'll give them a free drink, or if they're not accepting of that free drink, we can kind of take steps on giving them more and more, but there is a cutoff point. If you had a poor massage or a poor facial, or you had just a poor experience at the spa, I'm not going to grant you a week free stay at the entire resort. So there is a stopping point for whatever you get for whatever the situation it calls. So, for example, at a restaurant, you might just get your meal for free, or a gift certificate to come back. For if you had like a poor purchase at a store, they might also give you some sort of discount, or possibly a store gift certificate as well. And as I mentioned, if it was like a hotel or a spa, you got poor reception service, they might offer you like a free night, a free service. We might offer you like free drinks. It really does depend on whatever situation you're putting yourself in. Again, you're kind of just going off of whatever the guest had said was the issue. Now, one of the most important steps is actually, once you have decidedly solved the issue, your goal at that point becomes to make sure that the guest does not have a negative outlook on the business. So something that we need to make sure we do is to ensure that they do actually want to come back. Now, for us, it's typically granting them a free night stay at a hotel or a spa, because a couple of us in this room do work at the American Club. It is very important. The image of the entire resort is very important. So we're very good at that. We make sure that our guests are taken care of. So we want to grant them like a free night stay. We'll grant them a free dinner somewhere. Again, it does depend on how severe the issue is. If it were at a restaurant, sometimes we'll be able to grant them a free dinner for 2 people, or we'll grant them free appetizers. At a store, it's, again, a certificate or a discount. It does really just depend on whatever the situation is. the more severe the problem, the bigger the reward. That's as simple as it gets. Now again, dealing with an angry customer isn't really that difficult. It's just important to keep calm. They're not usually really mad at you personally. They just want to know why the situation even came up. Now, the most important thing, as with many situations, is just to keep a level head. You're not the one that's screaming at somebody. You just need to take everything in stride, essentially. Even if you're not responsible for whatever their grievance is, as long as you just find the source of the problem, you give them just a simple solution. It doesn't have to be anything crazy. A lot of the times people will be just appreciative that you took the time to deal with their problem. Finally, you do just want to make sure you mend that broken bond between customer or guest and business. That is usually the most critical part that'll tell that person that you do actually care, regardless if you do or not, that their satisfaction is really important to you. So, do you have any questions for me at all?
I can think of, you get your share there.